I love Patrick's Day of Joy because the Daisy Foundation has just brought so much joy to so many people around the globe. I remember the first time I met Bonnie and Mark. I was the chief nursing officer at the University of Washington Medical Center in Seattle. Many of the nurses there had taken care of Patrick during his illness. And Bonnie and Mark came into my office and shared with me their story about the loss of their son, their memory of everything that had happened during that period of time, through that very difficult period, was the kindness and compassion of the nurses who not only cared for Patrick, but cared for Bonnie and Mark and Patrick's young wife, Tina, and the rest of their family. Bonnie and Mark, in the midst of their grief at that time, wanted to do something to give back to their nurses and to thank their nurses. And they had created the idea of the Daisy Awards to recognize extraordinary nurses for their compassion and the amazing work that they do. They asked me if I would be willing to work with them to start the program at the University of Washington Medical Center with those nurses who had cared for Patrick. And of course, I said yes. I was overwhelmed and inspired by Bonnie and Mark that in the midst of their grief, they were wanting to give back. And it really highlighted for me the importance of what nurses do on a day-to-day basis and the impact that they have on their patients and their families. And little did we know that day was that the Daisy Foundation would become as huge as it has been. It just speaks to how important recognizing nurses is, and that patients and their families want to recognize and thank their nurses. So it was a day of joy for me, and knowing Bonnie and Mark and being associated with the Daisy Foundation has brought me joy over the last 25 years. So happy birthday, Patrick.